About those Royals, huh?
Good morning, Kansas City. This is New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. It's Tuesday, March 31st, 2026. That was fast. Already at the end of March. April is almost here.
And you have 15 days to get your taxes done. If you do that kind of thing.
Done! But I uploaded my final document last night, and that is a top 5, 10. Just where my life is right now, this stage of my life. That's a top 10 feeling. Top 5 or top 10 feeling every year when I upload my last document and I email my guy and say, the ball's in your court.
Yeah, see, mine all go out in the mail.
So it's all good.
I just have to have them mailed out by the 15th. Take pictures of them.
If I just upload everything to a database, everything's digitalized.
My process is a little different.
Yeah. And,
you never get in trouble for not paying taxes. You know what you get in trouble for? No one's ever been arrested for not paying taxes. You get arrested or get in trouble or get fined for not filing taxes. It's the filing part.
Well, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yep. Me too.
With
Anyways, March is over.
my wonderful people at Fleming Advisors and Chris Fleming on top of it. Because I got a lot of people to deal with, Phil's now entered this world. But yeah, man, that's a great feeling. I'm sure that many people out there share it when they either finish or get that final document turned in or uploaded. And now we can focus on baseball. It was a hell of a day out at Kauffman Stadium for the Royals home opener. And the Royals, number one, most important thing, they won. They got the victory. And so that was very exciting to see Chris Bubich pitch so well, to see the long ball from two unusual suspects. Kyle Isabel hitting a 2-run home run to give the Royals the lead after Matt Wallner had gone deep for the Twins. And then brand new Royals outfielder Isaac Collins going deep, hitting his first home run for the Royals and giving the Royals an insurance run. And so that, by far, the most important thing that took place out there was the Royals getting the victory. Because I've been in many opening days that were spoiled by a bad game or a Royals loss. And yesterday was good. And so, it was, let me tell you, that place was jam-packed. That's no surprise. It's usually sold out on opening day, but I had no issues getting in and then parking when we arrived. Although I was coming in hot because I got there closer to, is that right? Maybe closer to 1:30, 1:20, 1:30. So then I had to eliminate several of the stops that I had planned on making because I had to go right to the tailgate we were going to where our friend Samir had our tickets. And so you immediately have to link up with the person that has your tickets.
Yeah, that's a high priority.
Got to get your tickets. And then we had a good time there. And look, I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know whose fault it is. And so I can't come on the show today and point fingers directly at anyone. And it just might be the fans' fault. And there might be nothing we can do. I don't know. But I'll be the first to admit I couldn't get my group to go into the game the way I wanted. I did a couple gently encouraging people. Come on, let's go. Let's go in. Let's go in the game. And so finally around 2:40, I don't think that's unreasonable. 2:40-ish, the 3:10 first pitch. I don't know, except I don't even think for a playoff game. I don't know that I've seen such a log jam of people at every entrance, at every gate, trying to get in there. So who's... And maybe it's nobody's fault. Maybe it's opening day. There's too many people out there enjoying their final dog or final drink out in the parking lot, and then everybody decides to come in at the same time. I know Deebs was out there. Deebs, you probably had the VIP entrance, so I don't know if you experienced that. But when you went in earlier, because I was texting with Deebs, I was trying to get him to come out to where we were. But was there a massive humanity trying to get into the game where you went in?
No, he went in about 1 or 1:30.
Wait a minute. I don't believe that at all. Let's see here. He said 1 or 1:30. Really?
Got in there early. Said he had some palms to press.
He said, I think we're about to walk in at 1:54. So don't be giving me false times here. I got receipts with me. I don't say 1 o'clock or 1:30. Ain't 1:54.
Two. He meant two.
Okay, give me that little bit of a difference there.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't even there at 1 o'clock. What are you talking about? So I don't know. I had like 4 or 5 people. Hey, you gonna talk about this tomorrow, SSJ? Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe. So then I talked about it.
Yeah, that's just part of the deal. If you want,
Is it?
Yeah. I mean,
There's nothing can be done.
I don't think so. Go in earlier. That's the only thing that can be done.
All right, well,
30 minutes is never enough.
It just seemed inefficient.
It wasn't enough for the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime that stadium has 39,000+ people in it, you got it's just not. 30 minutes isn't enough.
It was a good time, though.
I bet it looked like a blast.
Let me tell you something. It was way, and we don't. You don't need to argue with me. I'm not here to argue. I don't care. I don't care what you think, and you shouldn't care what I think when it comes to this.
None of my business.
That weather, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for this. My car said 90. I mean, the cars aren't accurate, but I got a reading of 91.
Yeah, I think we definitely hit 87.
And I was in there, and we had good seats down the first base line, but just right in the sun. And I'm literally not built for this, and I'm not ready for this. It was nice and cool and very mild, and then all of a sudden I find myself just in it, buddy. And I'm just not prepared for the summer yet. What I thrive in is about 65 degrees and nice and cool. That's when I'm at maximum performance. And that took the life out of me, so we didn't stay in our seats very long. We had to move around. I wasn't the only one in our group. Like, I looked around. Does anyone else feel like they're gonna have a freaking episode here in a minute? Like, I'm not. This is not. I'm not ready for this. You know, I got to be eased in the summer gently. We got to be gently pushed into this hot weather. So we did what we did. We walked around and had a chance to say hello to several wonderful listeners of Sports Radio 810 and new day. And so if you were one of the people that said hello or we got a picture together or had some kind words, thank you very much. That always makes me feel very good to say hi to people and to see people that listen to the show and enjoy the show. So that was my favorite part of the day, getting a chance to say hi to people and take some pictures with the people and hang out, talk a little ball, and get ready for the Royals. And probably you know what? I said the best part of the day was the Royals winning. Sure it was. That's no revelation. But to see Terrence Gore's son go out there and throw the first pitch and deliver a strike, that was, and you could, when you heard J.J. Piccolo talking about it, you heard the emotion in his voice, but that was probably the best moment. That was incredible. And we all, unfortunately, are painfully aware of Terrence Gore's passing not too long ago. And to have his son go out there and deliver the first pitch to one of his dad's former teammates, and Alex Gordon. I don't know how you get better than that. You know? And that pressure, that kid goes out there to honor his father and just throws a beautiful strike. Man. I mean, that, you know. You were home, were you aware of, I wish they would have publicized that more. Because I remember I was asking yesterday, I wonder who's throwing out the first pitch. What are they doing?
Yeah, Deebs told me yesterday after the show about it. And
I'm glad you guys didn't mention that during the show. That would have been terrible.
I don't think.
Anything else you want to say until after 10, guys?
I think when you asked the question, I think we started looking into it.
Was that right?
We didn't find out till after the show.
But I think a lot of people would have liked to have known that before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well before how did you guys find out?
Deebs has his people.
Right. So it wasn't just you didn't look it up somewhere. Because I guess asked Lebo. Remember, he was looking through all of his press releases and everything else?
Yep. He said he told Todd.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. And I'm glad they did that. I sent you the video. You want to play the full video? It's the last one I sent you of J.J. Piccolo getting a little emotional, talking about Terrence Gore. And this was earlier. And then later on, of course, Terrence Gore's son, his family was out there, and his son goes out and throws a beautiful first pitch to Alex Gordon. So that was well done. And kudos to the Royals for doing that. That was beautiful. That's so hard to believe, man. It's also hard to believe it's been now 11 years since that team won a championship. It's wild. Here's J.J. Piccolo talking yesterday about Terrence Gore.
Yeah, no, thank you for asking that. It's awesome. It's such a tragic thing to lose a guy at 34 years old. But it's the least we could do, for his family. So it'll be fun to see his kids out there. His son's a baseball player. He was very involved with his youth team. So we had Zane out on the field the other day running around. Our players do what they do. They're special guys, and they made that day special. And hopefully it's the same thing today, and our fans appreciate celebrating Terrence's life.
It was awesome. How much did they show of that on the broadcast?
They showed a good portion. I mean, it showed the pitch and Gordo catching it and JJ carrying one of the kids around. So I mean, I didn't have the volume of it up at that time, but I caught it.
But they showed it.
They did.
His son Zane with the perfect first pitch to Alex Gordon. So that certainly got things rolling the right way.
Yeah, classy by the Royals and JJ.
That's right.
I mean, JJ is one of the best guys in all professional sports that I've ever dealt with in terms of just being a good human being. When I left in 2022, I had, when he was the assistant GM to Dayton Moore, we had him regularly on the show, so I dealt with him on a weekly basis. And he sent me a really nice message, and I always cherish that. And just dealing with him, the guys in the Royals organization, Scott Sharp, JJ, the guys I've dealt with on a weekly basis, I mean, they don't have to be as nice as they. I mean, that's how you can tell someone's genuinely nice, is because that's who they are every week. It's not fake, it's not contrived, and just dealing with as many people as I deal with, and me being who I am, I'm sure I'm pretty annoying, but yeah, not surprising that they do something like that, because that's just kind of, from my experience with them, who they are, right? That's just the makeup of their character, and they're just really good human beings, and I appreciate JJ, and I appreciate Scott Sharp. And
look at that picture. This is one of the best pictures ever. Look at his son Zane, Terrence Gord's son Zane, getting ready to throw that first pitch, and the crowd, and just everything. That's like a beautiful painting.
Wow, yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, can you get like a more beautiful picture right there?
That's amazing. If you're watching,
whoever the photographer was that snapped that, well done.
A+.
Right?
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. It almost doesn't look real.
Kid went on the rubber and everything.
It just delivered a strike. Isn't that gorgeous? I get choked up even thinking about it. Man. Well done, Royals. And then well done on the field.
Yeah.
Good day all the way around.
Bubich.
That's exactly right. And I was happy to see Isaac Collins hit a home run, like I said. And look, it's one game. It's one day, but that trade with the Brewers, and I hope for nothing but the best from Angel Zerpa, and I think he's a very, very good reliever. But look what they got back for him yesterday. It paid nice dividends, right? Nick Mears, the reliever that they got back from the Brewers, pitched the 8th inning, got the hold. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And then Isaac Collins, who was the other player acquired in the Zerpa trade, went 1 for 3 with the home run. So on that day, that trade looked pretty damn good. And that was, I think, the underrated part of that deal. Mears could end up being a really nice piece of this bullpen. Like, if it would have been just Zerpa for Isaac Collins, I get it, I understand it, and I'll do it. Done. But I thought it was really a good move by the Royals to get Mears back in the deal, because he could end up being a real nice piece in the bullpen, and he was yesterday, when they're down a guy in Carlos Estevez who they can't use right now. And you had a situation where Matt Strahm had pitched back-to-back days, and Urseg had pitched back-to-back days. They were really kind of handcuffed on who they could use, and so after Bubich pitched 6th, you went with the 1-2-3 punch of Daniel Lynch, Nick Mears, and John Schreiber. And they came through with 3 innings of scoreless relief. So that gives you some hope that the Royals' bullpen is deep, because going into it, there are 3 high-leverage relievers going into the season, were Estevez, Urseg, and Strahm. And they didn't use any of those guys yesterday, and they won a 3-1 game against a division foe. And so that's an early. If we're going to complain about Estevez being a terrible early sign, than wrap your arms around the idea that they didn't have their main guys and the bullpen took care of business yesterday. There we go. Royals win 3-1. Hope everyone had a great time out at opening day. We have Jaime Bluma up next to talk more about the Royals and the baseball right after this on Sports Radio 810 WHB. I left my cran grape juice in the freezer yesterday, Jake. Look, how long do you think it's going to take for this thing?
It'll take a while to
When
thaw.
can I drink that? You know what, though? At some point, I'm hoping
Set it outside.
in the 7 o'clock hour or so, I'm looking forward to a delicious fruit slushy. You know? I usually get cranberry juice. They didn't have it, and Selena got this for me. She goes, Dad, is cran grape okay? I said, honey, you got it for me. It's more than okay.
That's right.
I took it to work, got here yesterday, put it in the freezer. I'm having nice ice-cold juice to really push me through the 7 o'clock hour. Totally forgot about it. Driving home, like, I have a treat for me in the morning.
Yeah, solid frozen.
Have a popsicle.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
I'll be able to access that before the end of the show.
Yeah.
What a treat that'll be. I think I might.
Set it outside.
Surprised
for a
it
little
didn't
bit.
Well, I
Split.
mean, just like, yeah, I know, but I had it wrapped in a plastic bag. I think it'd help. But maybe I could just squeeze it.
Get a little spoon.
This little guy's all right. He's already ready. A little Dr. Pepper.
Refreshing.
I needed this yesterday. Yes. Sorry we didn't stop by there. We were coming in hot. We got later than picking up Julia from track, and they had to chase down a few things,
All good.
like my wife.
I'd chase her down.
As I sat in the car in the driveway, my move that they do not like is when I call them from the car in the driveway. Yes. Sue, can we please leave? You're not helping me. You know. Then they maintain it. Then it's my fault because I slow them down by calling them to remind them we have to go.
It's your fault.
But we did get in there quick. Like that was one thing. There was no resistance. It's the way I go. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Secret
Got
back way.
right in there, parked. I'm in there, but our friend Samir can be tough to catch. We can lose him into the wind sometimes. And so
Elusive.
he has our tickets. We had to capture him. You know, he's like a Pokemon. We got to catch him and get our tickets. And so, and we caught up with Sam, who arrived. He went out there and went to the game.
Good.
Saw a bunch of. How was the tailgate for you?
Packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple hundred, I would guess.
Oh boy.
Yep. Yeah, it's steady too. I mean, I know it was windy and everything, but we had a steady stream. Team Green, well represented, our fancy camp guys.
Yeah.
So we had tons of Shemekas, Italian sausage and hot dogs. Lots. The cooler was never empty. It was impressive.
Once we got it, yeah, I was under a tent for a little bit, and then I was just in the shade.
I wanted no part of trying to set up a tent in that yesterday.
When I got in there and was just with the sun, with nothing, it's
warm.
Hold on here. When did this happen?
Like a
Where
black-
am I right now?
Right, is this March?
How awesome was that with Zane Gore, Terrence Gore's son, delivering that strike for the first pitch?
That was really good. I had heard, actually, I got to talk to Scott Sharp. I was out at the stadium last Wednesday after I was with you guys on Tuesday and kind of had an idea of some of the things that were going to happen on opening day. So, as you said, excuse me, walking in, we kind of headed that way at the same time, about 2:40. And as we're looking from lot N, we stopped to see Craig Carter at his tailgate, on the way in, and every gate was packed.
It
I mean,
was, right?
was
I'm not just making that up. Like, I was like, what the hell's going on around
like,
here?
wow, we'll hurry up and wait on that. And as I was talking to Deebs, I mean, that's kind of the nice thing. The only line that wasn't super terribly long was Gate C. So that's directly behind home plate.
Right.
That's Crown and all that stuff.
That's
And we
the
see
upper
Marge.
crust. Yeah.
Yes.
That's
We can always
the
try to sneak in that way.
That's the people in their towers looking down upon us.
Well, I was just looking
Unfavorably.
for the shortest line. So
Yeah.
good to see a ton of people out
Do
there
you
too.
talk your way in there, or how, what you just got to know the right
It's
people,
nice,
right?
yeah. I mean, that's the same one. We know the people at the gate and
And see,
all that stuff. And
I do too. And they were my group was putting pressure on me. Don't you know somebody? I said, yeah, but I don't know if I want to play that card opening
Today.
day right now.
Right.
I'm sweating profusely. I don't need this.
so what gate did you end up going in?
We walked all the way around, and we ended up
Were you first baseline or third baseline?
first baseline.
Oh, okay.
We ended up, going right in the first baseline.
Gotcha.
because we were going to see how the outfield was. So that was just as bad.
Took
And
8B.
some of the lines you didn't know which way.
Well, I
know.
couldn't even tell. I mean, it was hard to tell
Right.
when you were walking in there what line bled into the other line.
That's right. It was
Right.
very confusing.
Right. Very much
And
so.
some curled around. It was not the same as the past,
Busy.
but that's all
I
right.
didn't even know that stadium still held 39,000, to be 100% honest with you.
That's as packed as I've ever seen
Yeah,
it.
Agreed. I mean, I think everybody was just enjoying the outdoors and enjoying their tailgates and a little bit mad rush to get in there. You know, I was hoping to see a stealth fly over, but it ended up being a couple A-10s.
That's all right.
I went the wind blowing, too. That's why I was just talking to Jake or Deebs or whoever. You think it's going to be a slugfest and homers flying all over the place, but both teams pitched really well. Kept the ball down.
We did see 3 dongs,
We did.
which is
Would
impressive.
they have been home runs without the fences being moved in?
Jake says yes to all of them.
Yes,
I
correct.
just made that up. I have no idea what he thinks. But, you know,
Well, and homers for us from obviously 2 guys you maybe wouldn't expect to have hit homers in our home opener.
no,
So
you
that's
never
good.
expect Kyle Isbell, but Isaac Collins, man, I loved that trade so much, and I want that to work out because I loved the idea of it, and I just thought, man, you know, with the volatility of relievers, if you can get a starting outfielder that will be an upgrade and another arm for a good lefty reliever like Angel Zerpa, that you do that every day.
Well, pleasantly surprised to get another arm out of the deal.
Yeah.
I mean, when
Yeah.
we were out talking about trades and all that and trying to get another outfielder, I mean, that's a bonus that they threw in another bullpen arm for us.
No,
That
absolutely.
made the team. So, yeah, good trade.
And that's just, look, hey, Milwaukee's system is loaded, and they had a surplus of outfielders, but you take advantage of it, you know? And then you turn right around and you go out and acquire Matt Strahm to replace Zerpa as the main lefty in the bullpen, and it just made great baseball sense. And so I love the process of it, and I want it to pay off because it was the right thing to do. And now, if we get into a month or 2 into the season and we see things are playing out and they still don't quite have enough offense and someone's not delivering that they're expecting to, then you can decide, okay, we have everything else. Now we have to dip into our starting pitching depth to make a move and make an upgrade. But right now, let's see how this rolls.
Well, I mean, that's a nice thing going into, later. We'll see where we're at later in the season as far as contending or any of those things. And to be able to have those pieces, as long as everybody stays healthy, to be able to still maybe go out and get somebody. I mean, it's crazy to me that an arm as good as Luinder Avila isn't even on this team. I mean, he's
Right.
in Omaha, and with Kolick.
Ryan
and
Bergert.
Bergert's not here either. So, I mean, there's 3 solid dudes down in Omaha when we get to that point. So, love it, and love didn't see that coming with Strahm. I mean, you get out there, and JJ does a good job of talking to everybody, and it's amazing what another team covets in your system, and you can flip that guy for a guy and bring Strahm back to his original organization, which is awesome. And on top of all that, I mean, yesterday too, with the way the series in Atlanta shook out, some of our relievers pitching back-to-back days already down there. We had to get the job done with the guys yesterday that maybe weren't your first choice. Normally Erceg and Strahm, that's going to be them, and see Schreiber and Mears do a good job yesterday and finish it up. So, and Lynch. I told you, man, our pitching's going to carry this team. Hopefully offense gets it going pretty soon.
What do you do with Carlos Estevez?
So many discussions about that, and we've been talking about it for weeks, just where he's at, and you hoped that he would be able to go out there and almost accidentally get somebody out, because with the year that he had last year and leading the major league in saves, unless he's on the DL, you kind of expected him to be out there for that first save opportunity, whether we wanted him to be or not, and you just hoped that he would be able to, Houdini his way without having his best stuff. And not only is his velocity not there, I mean, you saw it His command wasn't there.
Nothing was there.
Nothing was there. I mean, it was ugly. I'll tell you this, and I was about to text you guys that day. Like, it's hard as a closer to give up 6. It really is, because you're normally not going to be in there.
The walk-off grand slam will do it.
Well, they'll do it every single time. So, hopefully we don't look down the road at the end of the season and need that one back. Because I mean, games like that you want, because it's always going to come down to a couple games late in the season. So, it is what it is. I think that would have been a double play if that ball does not hit his leg too. That's the crazy thing. Oh yeah, right up the middle. So, I mean, that's how baseball is. I mean, you got to see where he's going to be over the next. They haven't DL'd him, I don't think.
No.
So we'll see how that. Then we'll see how his leg's healing, and I'm less worried about his leg than I am worried about his stuff and his command. So we'll see how this going forward. But also,
I don't want him to be hurt, but I'd almost prefer them. Like, okay, look, you got the foot contusion. You're not not ready to roll right now. Put him on the IL, get the foot healed, and let's see if we can figure out what's going on. Ramp you up that way. I don't know.
I mean, that's
the other option. Just putting him in some low leverage situations because they can't put him back in the closer role yet.
Not yet.
They can't do that.
Well, and the nice to be able to have a Schreiber go out and get a save yesterday, and I think obviously Urseg's the guy that's probably going to get the lion's share of the opportunities. You would think. I don't necessarily like bullpen by committee, as far as or closer by committee. Guys like to get locked into their roles or whatever, but there's going to be a state of flux with if Estevez is going to be whatever he's going to be for now. You look at Schreiber, Mears, and those lefties, the bridge to Estevez is probably going to be the bridge to Urseg, I would guess, will be our first choice. I mean, we got a day off today, so everybody's going to be fresh coming back tomorrow when we face the Twins again.
We've got Jaime Bluma in studio. We will take a break. We'll be right back after this on Sports Radio 810 WHP. Wow, that's crazy. Jake, did you see that longtime Northern Iowa coach Ben Jacobson is leaving Northern Iowa to take the job at Utah State?
No, I did not.
And I didn't make. You can see it's not me making this up. Look at me. I got a post right here, Jake.
That's a picture of what?
You know who it is.
Nope. Don't know what you're talking about.
It says Ben Jacobson with Utah State and Ali Faroukmanesh from Colorado State will now coach against each other
Never heard of him.
in the Pac-12. How about that?
I don't know who to root for.
Who do you root for in a situation like that?
I gamble on it and root for my bet.
I bet you there's some teams out there that saw Chris Bubich pitch yesterday, and they're rethinking their approach to trade talks with the Royals because it appeared that perhaps the Royals were willing to dangle Bubich out there, and teams like the Red Sox wanted Cole Reagans. I know Bubich his situation was affected by his health last year, but man, he looked good yesterday, didn't he?
He did. I mean, and to be able to do it without having, his best command right out. His best command right out of the gate. So to navigate when you don't have your best stuff and still do a good job keeping the ball in the ballpark, I mean that's what it's all about. When you go out there and you got your best stuff, not saying that it's always easy, but when you have your best stuff, those days are a lot easier than the days that you don't. Boddicker can speak to that. When you've got command of everything, there's a lot of confidence in out there, and to navigate that yesterday without his best stuff, and I mean he still only threw 75 pitches in 6 innings, so I think you keep extrapolate that out, he's going to get deeper into games. I mean, we'd love it if you can have guys go 7, 8 here and there, see a complete game every once in a while. We had that discussion at the tailgate yesterday, like how many no-hitters will there be in the major leagues this year? And I said, man, there's going to be less and less no-hitters anywhere just because guys don't throw complete games anymore to get it. It's going to be, multiple pitchers throwing no-hitters and things like that. So our rotation, first 4 guys, outstanding to start the year. Reagans was the only one that, kind of got beat up a little bit, but everybody else throwing the ball really well.
Do you know how many no-hitters last season?
I think you're right. 1?
0.
0.
0 no-hitters in 2025. It was the first season without a no-hitter since 2005.
Wow. That's crazy.
Fifth time it's happened since 1969.
Not shocking just because guys aren't going to go CG unless you have a crazy low pitch count in games like that with some high strikeout totals too. It can be tough. No.
What was the issue with Reagans in the first game? Because he's the only starting pitcher that
he just didn't have much
great.
command. I mean, his stuff is his stuff. I mean, a couple people were talking to me about it, were like his velocity. I thought his velocity was okay. I mean, he was still mid-90s. I don't know if he touched any 98s or 99, but it's still pretty early in the season. I think he'll work his way back into that. But I'd rather him pitch it, 93 to 95 and be able to command it. He just was a little bit off command-wise. And when he can only get, 1 pitch over for a strike, it gets a little bit easier on the hitters to be able to sit on something like that. And that was it. Everybody else has been, watching Waka and Lugo and Bubich pitch. I mean, those guys pitch in the truest sense of the word. That's why I love that this pitching staff and coaching staff, hopefully we're going to start to be one of those organizations that, hey, man, the Royals can develop pitching because it's always been
I think they're getting
Braves, Cardinals, Rays. Yeah, I think
Brewers.
so. Yep.
Did you see the signs that the Royals have now as they head from the clubhouse to the dugout that the players see?
I have a picture of it. I was down in the stadium.
So first you got this. It says,
Hold on.
play like a Royal.
Hold on.
Play like a Royal today with some bricks. Look at these bricks because you're building bricks. You're laying a foundation, brick by brick. Is that right? You like that?
Right.
Okay, but then you got the next one, the Bluma showing. It says, Royals, And now we know what Royals stands for.
Who sent you that? How'd you get that? I
Andy Rogers posted it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Because I had taken a picture of it when I was down there. Actually, we'll have to laugh when you talk to Scott Sharp, because I talked to Scott when I was down there.
What did Scott
he
say?
didn't realize it was me. I was down there helping Spoon and Trevor and the boys working on some of the stuff underneath.
Do you think you were on the grounds crew?
He was asking me about it. I said, Scott, Jaime Bluma. He's like, oh, man, what's up? So they have a machine down there.
They say, how about that Jake Gutierrez, huh?
It's called Traject.
Yeah?
And it's the one, and I'll show you a video of it in the break, where they can, put a video up of anybody pitching so they can take a look at them. I'll show it to you in a second. It's crazy.
Okay.
So they had gotten one of those new machines in there, so we were doing some adjustments, and so I got to BS with them a little bit down there, too, so it was good. And I saw that. I had not seen that before.
This is new.
So that was really cool. So
Here's what Royals stands for the team, for the players, the organization. R is for, and you give me your thumbs up or thumbs down on this, Jake. R is for relentless. Yeah, I like that. Relentless. That's right.
Nobody wants to stand in front of anything that is relentless.
O is for one pitch at a time. Y is for your best all the time. A is for accountable to yourself and each other. L is for love the process and the game. S is for selfless, we over me.
Love it.
Does that motivate you? Do you
I
like that?
it. Yeah, I do. And that is that new for this year? Because I had not seen it before. So
that's kind of.
pretty cool. I had not seen the other picture though, the bricks. And
it's easier when you're allowed to just use a whole sentence or something instead of just finding one word that.
Sure.
Like why?
Nice acronym.
Your best all the time.
Isn't that what those are called?
So do you like that, or you like this when he's one word?
No, I like it. It's
Relentless is my favorite.
Yeah, it's some nice principles and ideas to.
You like that,
strive
don't
for.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you could use that.
See it every day. Subconsciously gets.
You want to be relentless. Take everything one pitch at a time. They want your best all the time. They want you to be accountable to yourself and each other. You got to love the process. You got to love the game. You got to be selfless. We over me.
Yeah, not me. We. That's right. I like it.
Put that on a shirt.
Obviously, that's
I'm sure it will.
any of us our first time to be in the stadium for a game, and if you didn't know that they had moved the walls in or any of that stuff, man, it looks great. You couldn't even really tell. To get to be able to see it last week before they had put the rest of the pads up.
If you're out there, there's like a thick black line to show you where the wall
used to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
At some
I
point,
like the shorter fence.
I'm not getting into it.
At some point, you need to sit
No,
or stand.
I don't have to do anything.
You need to go
do what I
and be
say.
in right center in the standing room in that area out there along the right center.
Porch.
Look,
Have you been out there for any from there?
am for advancement. I am for the city. I am for what's best for Kansas City. But it made me sick in my stomach driving out there when I told Sue, my wife, I told Sue, I said, I'm not missing any opening days because there's only a handful left here at Kauffman Stadium. And it'll never be the same again. And if you want to take that as negative, then that's your fault. Then you need to look in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm too negative. I'm negative Nancy. It's never, if it's better, it's not the same. If it's worse, it's not the same. But it won't be the same. And I'm sorry. If you're 25 years old and you haven't spent a lot of time out there and you're looking, that's great. It's great for you. It's awesome for you. It's awesome for my kids. It'll be awesome for me, wherever the new ballpark is. I would like to know where the F are you going to put it? Make a decision. Can you make a decision? Can I step in and make the decision for you?
No.
Empty promises and shattered dreams.
No.
Just make the decision. Oh, well, hold on now. I think, well, maybe am I wrong there? Make the decision.
Where would you like it to be?
You know what? I just want it to be.
Well, I know, but you got a preference.
I just wanted. I'm out.
Choice.
They wore me down. He knows this. They wore me down to a nub like they did to Tony Soprano. They wore me down to a nub. Okay, you don't know. You don't know what it takes to be the boss. I just want it to be. That's all. Sorry, I didn't want to do that, but now I'm doing it. But what I am going to tell you is, it makes me sad going out there, knowing that the writing's on the wall. Only get a couple more out there.
I love that ballpark.
Because I love that ballpark. And you don't have to agree with me. If you have a different opinion, you're right, because it's your opinion. But this is just for me. I was so proud. I broke my arm trying to pat myself on the back. Sue, look, this is the way there's not going to be anyone when I go in this way. Watch. All these other people are going here and getting stuck in traffic. Watch how quick we get in here, and I'm going to go right into a parking spot, and no one's going to.
And you did.
Boom, boom, boom. And she even looked at me and did. You know what she said in the past, that she's loved me? One time she said she thought I was handsome years ago.
One time?
But when she said, she goes, you did a really good job of getting in here and parking really fast. I had big tears in my eyes, because there is no better compliment than my wife or my kids can give me than to compliment me on how quickly I'm able to park and get in and out of Truman Sports Complex.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm built for that. That's one thing I'm really good at.
Yes.
And I'm going to lose my edge. But when I got into the stadium, I love this place.
Right.
I love this place so much. And I get it. It's going to go. It's gone. It's got that, bad concrete we've heard about. I don't know, whatever. But it's over. But it's okay for me to be sentimental about it.
Got time.
I know that, but it's like, okay, there's only a couple more, right? You're sentimental about that.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, there's only 4 more left, right?
That's what I mean. It's like I'm not missing anymore.
2031 will be here
I don't know.
before you know it.
When have I even missed one? I don't remember that. That's
Well,
Jake. You need to be out there, man.
Yeah.
Writing's on the wall, buddy.
Yeah.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Well, not just for opening days, too. Yes, now
Right.
with opening days over, but I want there to be some more playoff magic at that
Sure,
stadium like
that's
we
right.
had 2 years ago, 10 years ago. At least a couple years of that before we bid sayonara to that stadium. I mean, we're going to love wherever they do put the stadium and
Yeah.
the new stadium and all that stuff, but...
Give me downtown.
Right.
I was on board for North Kansas City.
I was,
but
too.
No, you were on board. I feel like nobody was on board with me. I like that. Give it to me.
I was not excited about 119th and
right.
was not.
But will you just tell us? Would you please tell? I mean, I don't think that's too much to ask.
I don't know what the holdup is.
Does anyone?
No.
Does anyone? Deebs, what's the holdup? Wait a minute. I find out Deebs have been sitting on information. Deebs, are you sitting on an egg waiting for it to hatch? Let us know. Jake, just answer me this. Am I wrong to be frustrated with not knowing? I just want to know. Jake won't even answer me. He don't care.
No, I think you're in the same boat as everybody else. Everybody wants to know. But guess what?
Not telling.
Nope.
But do you see what I mean about going out there?
Yeah.
I went out there and just I took it all in. Look how beautiful this is. And I get it. I understand all the reasons. You don't have to tell me, well, they got to move because of this. But it's still
Before they
beautiful.
put the pads on, yeah.
When you get in there, it was beautiful. So, just loved it. It was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
You
I
ever,
know it was hot and windy, but anything's better than cold and wet.
you ever see a guy?
There have been so many of those days.
You ever see a guy get 2 hot dogs at the concession stand and eat them before he got to his seat?
Did you get the 9, 9, and 9?
No, I got the 2 and 2, the 2 in no inning challenge, and I won.
2 and
It was
12
great.
seconds.
My wife said, "Hey, you want me to hold one of the hot dogs?" I go, "What hot dogs?"
Already.
I go, "Which ones?"
Already gone.
I got to run to the bathroom. You want me to hold on to your hot dogs for you? I go, "What hot dogs?" past tense. Back into this on WHB.
Guy like that, and my mother wore him down to a little nub.